Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story, a parable that might just completely change how you look at your biggest problems.
I mean, think about that for a second. What if the ferocious tigers you face every single day are actually just phantoms, illusions that your own mind created? It's a pretty wild thought, and it's right at the heart of the story we're going to explore. So, our story starts in a classroom. Picture a group of young kids, maybe 6 or 7 years old, all gathered around their teacher. And this teacher, she's a master storyteller, and she has a really important lesson she wants them to learn.
She tells her students to get their imaginations going, and I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. This isn't just a story to listen to, it's really one to feel and experience. So, okay, let's fire up our imaginations.
The teacher starts to set the scene. She tells the children to imagine that they've gone to sleep and they've started to dream. And this is key. This entire story takes place inside that dream.
All right, so you're asleep, you're dreaming, and in this dream, you find yourself on a fantastic trip.
You're at the zoo, and it's not just you. Your friends are there, your family's there. It's one of those perfect days, you know? The sun is shining, everyone's happy, it's just a great time. The teacher really paints this picture of a perfect, safe world. You're eating popcorn and cotton candy, laughing with your friends, looking at all the gentle animals like rabbits and deer. It's just an atmosphere of pure joy. But you know how stories go. That's all about to change.
And this is where the dream takes a very sharp, very terrifying turn. You and your friends start walking towards the cages of the wild animals.
Now, this isn't just any tiger. The story describes it as huge, absolutely ferocious, and it's pacing back and forth inside this massive metal cage. It's so powerful that when it just slaps the bars, the whole cage shakes, and its eyes, they are locked right on you.
And then the unthinkable happens. The tiger is hungry and it slams into the cage with all of its strength. You see a dent pop into the bars and then, just like that, it leaps out. It's total chaos. People are screaming, running everywhere, but when you dare to look back, you realize the tiger is chasing you.
You're running as fast as your legs can carry you, but it's no use. Suddenly, you feel this cold, heavy paw land on your shoulder. You turn around and you are literally face to face with this horrific beast. It's about to eat you alive, and you're so terrified, you can't even make a sound.
Right at this moment, at the absolute peak of terror, the teacher hits pause on the story. She looks at her students who are all wide-eyed and scared, and she asks them a very simple question. In this situation, what would you do?
Well, the kids' responses are pretty much exactly what you'd expect. They represent our default, instinctive reactions when we're faced with a terrifying problem, right? It's all fight or flight.
So one little boy says, "I'll punch it in the nose." Another one yells, "I'll kick it." A third says they'll scream for their mom. All of these answers you see, they accept the reality of the tiger. They're trying to solve the problem inside the rules of that reality.
But then, one little girl speaks up, and she offers a completely different kind of solution. She doesn't even try to fight the tiger. She just changes the entire game.
Her answer is just so brilliant and so simple, it's profound. She says, "Madam, I would just wake up." She remembered the one crucial detail that everyone else completely forgot. It was all a dream. Now, this isn't just a clever answer from a kid, it's actually a really deep philosophical concept. In the ancient Indian philosophy of Vedanta, which is all about understanding reality and consciousness, this is literally known as waking up. It's this idea that so many of our mental problems, our anxieties, our fears, our worries, are just like that dream tiger. They feel incredibly real, they feel super threatening, but all of their power comes from one thing, our belief that they are real.
So let's just break that down. On one side, you have fighting the tiger. You're punching, kicking, running. You're engaging with the problem on its own terms, and you're feeding it your energy. But on the other side, you have waking up. That means disengaging from its power by realizing it's not even real to begin with. You're not solving the problem, you're dissolving it by waking up to a higher reality. And here's the crucial point. By waking up, you stop giving these mental tigers an importance they just don't deserve. The practical step here is to pause when you feel that fear and actually question the problem's reality. Ask yourself, is this worry as solid as a real tiger, or is it just a projection of my mind? That simple question creates a little space between you and the tiger. You start to see it for what it is, something hazy, something dreamy. You don't have to fight it, you just have to realize that you're the dreamer, not just some character stuck in the dream.
And that leaves all of us with a final question to really think about. What about the anxieties and the fears that are chasing you right now? Which ones are real, solid problems, and which ones are just dream tigers? What tiger will you choose to wake up from today?